Hello and welcome to my Saturday. It's 20 to 1 and until now I've been working at my desk since about 10:20 and I'm still in my pyjamas, to be honest with you. Yeah, I've been quite enjoying it. I've just been doing all the usual things. I've been doing band admin about a gig next year, notifying boys that the booking is confirmed, liaising with the client via email, giving, deposit details, where to pay your deposit, that sort of thing. I've been amending my books. I've been putting my pay in books that I've received, just keeping my accounts up to date. I have been working on Tuesday's vlog, which is almost ready. So that's kept me busy since about 20 past 10 this morning. I am absolutely ready for my lunch now, and I must admit, even though I cooked a nice load of chilli and batch cooked it yesterday, I'm just a bit worried I'm going to have wind at my gig. I think it was okay. I don't think it was too bad, but I just don't want to risk it. So I'm going to eat safe noodles. I've just popped the kettle on for the water. I appreciate this is not the healthiest meal, although I must admit I flipping love instant noodles. I love them. Any excuse to have instant noodles. Right, in they go. Today's weather is not the best. It's overcast, but I'm sure a lot of people will be relieved to have it a bit cooler. I'm just checking my diary so I can tell you where I am today. I'm going to Worcester today. It's a wedding Kaylee gig, and I think it's in a teepee again. Yes, it is. It's a family's friend's farm or something like that. Probably can't film a lot, but you know me, I do my best. So that's going to be interesting. It's a really early departure today. I've got to leave at 3:40 today, so it doesn't leave me a lot of my day. But anyway, I've got a lot of desk stuff done. I still haven't done the 3 things outstanding on my list from yesterday. It's a bit of an annoyance. I'll see what I can do, but I do also want to do some flute warm-up as well. So it's just about juggling priorities, isn't it? I've got tomorrow as well. Tomorrow, what time am I leaving tomorrow? Let's just check, shall we? Tomorrow I am leaving at 4:10. So a little bit more time, but not a huge amount more time. Tomorrow I am going to be in Llanwrtyd Wells. So there we are. And later in the week I'm going to be somewhere else, which is 2 hours drive as well. Oh, if you saw yesterday's vlog, oh, one of my lights has gone out. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, it seems to be all right. If you saw yesterday's vlog, you will have noticed that I was just not with it. I was away with the fairies. I got excessively tired, had a nap, and then I just couldn't wake up for the rest of the day. When I was editing today, I had to keep putting a little asterisk with a correction where I said completely the wrong thing. Like I said, my frozen ice pops had dried instead of frozen because they froze in a funny shape. I'd said I was cooking a pasta meal. I totally wasn't. I had loads of rice left over. I was making a rice meal. Just loads of things like that. Oh, and I said I'd made a rhubarb crumble. No, I didn't. I made a tart. A topless tart. A topless tart. Oh, that sounds wrong. You know what I mean? It had a crust on the bottom and the sides, but not the top. So I had made that with apple and rhubarb. I had not made a rhubarb crumble, although I think I need to learn to make a crumble because apparently it's incredibly simple and will save me trotting back and forth to the supermarket all the time buying ready-made pastry, which is delicious, by the way. I do love puff pastry. I'll be making another one at some point, but I don't think I'm going to get time today, which is a shame for my daughter because I'm sure she would absolutely love to have apple pie to tuck into. But let's see how the time goes. Let's see how I feel. Right, I wonder if these noodles are ready yet. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I'm going to have cheese with it. The noodles are ready, yes! And my guilty pleasure is chopped up cheddar cheese lumps in with it, and I think I might have made them a bit liquidy, but to be honest I like the noodle soup really. These ones, you're not supposed to do that. They're the oily ones. You're supposed to cook them in just the sachet of powder, strain them and then add the oil and stir it in, which is what my daughter does. But I love the soupy soup too much. She likes drier food, I like wetter food. It's a thing. That's why she didn't want the soup the other day. Right, I'm gonna go and eat these. Well, that was yummy. Every last bit has gone. I've been watching a very interesting vlog and I'm still watching it, and I haven't finished. This is my second instalment. I watched a bit when I had my breakfast and a bit when I've had my lunch, and I'll watch the rest later when I've got a moment where I can look at a screen properly and concentrate. But yeah, it's the 8 miles from home. They've had a baby recently in the Philippines at age 41. Well, she's age 41. And so they've been talking all about it, and it's really interesting actually. Very different to here, that they had to pay for it and they've said how much it cost, and apparently everything was itemised right down to little tiny bits and bobs that they used for taking bloods and things like that. Like they cited a splint as an example, so they don't price it until afterwards because they don't know what the bill's going to be because it's so itemised. But anyway, yeah, they had a good experience. Lizzie's been doing some more of her painting, I see. I've just noticed it's back because I moved this out of the way when we were rehearsing the other day because I was so worried one or the other of us would knock a cup of tea over it. But yeah, well, it's all fine as it was on the printer, not on the table. But yeah, it looks like she's been starting to fill a bit more in. She's always had a fascination, as far as I can remember, with variants of shade. There was an app called Pixel Art, and I don't know if you can still get it, but it's where you colour at a pixel level by numbers, and so there's all these different shades of red, all these different shades of green with a different number, and she was fascinated by this, and I used to allow her to just play with it whenever I was reading sort of home edy stuff to her, as long as she was capable of conversing with me about it, answering questions, and I knew that she was listening. But the result of that seems to be this incredible understanding of variants of shade, and so she can produce quite lifelike images now. I can't be 100% certain, but I do think it's pixel art. Possibly Bob Ross as well, because she was very, very fascinated with all the Bob Ross tutorials that are on YouTube, the retro ones, they're from olden times. So I think those two things have had massive influence on how she learned to do art. Anyway, right now, I am going to go and have my shower, and I normally do this more close towards leaving, but I'm just going to put my everyday clothes back on and get into my dress before leaving, because it's not that long before I would have to get all undressed again and have a shower. So if I was going to have a wash now and shower later, that just doesn't make any sense. So I'm just going to do it now. Look, it's this time, just gone 10 to 2. I decided it's time to get the kettle on to top up my coffee when it's brewed. Do you remember me talking about my Lisbon mug and like the transfer of all the Lisbon design was gradually coming off in the dishwasher? Well, I might have given it a little helping hand with my thumbnail and it's all off. So I'm going to see if my boyfriend wants it because he has a cupboard full of mugs like this for his workers. And gradually, well, it was a cupboard full now, they're whittling down because they seem to be getting smashed. I think that's his washing up technique myself because it's very boisterous. But yeah, I'll see if he wants it. And if he doesn't, I'm going to charity shop that. And then I'm going to have more room in my cupboard for holiday mugs when I bring them back. Well, at least one anyway. Well, I had my shower, put my clothes back on. I will sort my hair out a bit later. Do you know, it's a funny thing. I quite like to do this. Just scruff it up into a bun on the top of my head. And it evaporates a lot because I've got very fine hair and there's not a lot of it. So by the time I come to sort it out, it's almost dry. And I just finish it off with a hairdryer. And I've got to admit, I really just like it. It just feels nice because it's not all heavy and wet and dripping by that point. It's just quite pleasant to quickly, you know, do that. Breaks up the day a bit. All my coffee's doing. It shouldn't overheat in that pot. It's designed not to, apparently, according to my boyfriend. What was I going to say? Yes, I haven't got a huge amount of time left, so I've decided, I've sat down at my desk and worked out my priorities. So I am going to do half an hour of flute practice, which I won't film. I'm just going to go get on with that and concentrate on it. I'm going to do warm-ups basically and technique so that I, you know, I'm primed for my play-in tonight and not all rusty and, you know, having to warm up on the spot. I mean, I would have cooled down a bit by the time I get there, but it's better than not doing it. Do you know what I mean? It would be better to do it immediately prior, but that's not an option, is it, when you're sat in a car and assembling a PA, public address system, if you don't know what a PA is. So yeah, I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to sit at my desk. I'm going to probably just do the quicker of the jobs because I don't think I'll have time to do the set list. I need to do a set list for an upcoming performance, and I need to distribute it to the performers so that they know what to practice or not, and give them a chance to say, oh, I'd rather not do that, can we not do that this time, let's swap it, or oh, you didn't put this in, can we put that in, and that sort of thing. So just so by the time we come to rehearse, we'll hopefully, if everyone's done their homework, have practiced anything that needs practicing, and the rehearsal will be straightforward. Hint, hint. So hopefully, well, you know, it won't be for lack of having had the opportunity, shall we say. No, but people are busy, it doesn't always happen. But it's good to give people the opportunity to prepare, especially myself, because I like to prepare. Right, what else was I going to tell you? Yeah, I was thinking earlier, would I like to be a full-time YouTuber? And I've been thinking about this for years. I've been on this platform, it must be getting on for 10 years now. Getting on for, because I started in 2016 in the autumn. So it's nearly 10 years and I'm still not at the point where I could live on it full time. So, I mean, a lot of people are resentful when people go full time on YouTube. They say it's not working, they're lazy or whatever. Oh, but believe me, the hours I put into this channel, is insane, honestly, even now. And I do enjoy it. It doesn't feel like work, it feels like play, is the honest truth, but it still takes time and energy. Would I like to be a full-time YouTuber? Yes and no. Yes, because I love the flexibility and the freedom that it gives me to be in charge of my own schedule, to be able to take the camera and explore interesting places that I find so stimulating. And you know what it's like, if you share something with somebody else, you kind of see it differently. It gives the discovery more of a purpose for you, and you take more of it in than if you were just strolling on your own. Like if you're sharing it, it's such a mindful experience for yourself, so rich compared to just strolling through. You might be lost in your own thoughts, not noticing your environment, but when you've got a camera, you're actively looking around for things of beauty and of interest the whole time. Now we've got the ice cream van. Can you hear that? The window's shut, so I don't know. The ice cream van is the bane of my life when I'm trying to do composing and arranging, because I'll have a little bit of tune in my head. I'll be about to write it down and I'll hear do 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 off the flipping ice cream van, and it's like it ruins what I've got in my head, and I have to get back the momentum again and get back to thinking that again. What was I on about? Full-time YouTubering. Yes, I love that. I love sharing what I do. It helps me to sort of think about things on a deeper level, and I get more out of it, and it's very cathartic as well. I see what I've achieved in a day, and it does give me a boost as well. Like, it's like doing a diary at the end of the day and then reading over it. You think, oh yeah, I did this, I did that, and it makes you feel good. So I really enjoy it for that. The reason that I wouldn't want to be a full-time YouTuber is because the pay from AdSense alone, if you're not doing sponsorships, it fluctuates month by month. And it varies for a lot of reasons. I won't go into the complexities of it, but one big thing is the content type. And if I was reliant on it to pay my bills, 100%, I would have to have a certain amount of income every month. And in order to do that, I'd probably need to stick to safe content that would always get views. So it would knock a lot of my types of content that I like doing on the head, like my out and about exploring days. They never do as well unless it's somewhere really popular. Like a particular theme park, for instance, that would do well over the longer term and bring viewers to the channel. But most things like walks in the country, going to visit lesser known attractions, they would have to go, and probably a lot of my musical adventures would have to go out of the content. I'd have to stick to shopping, cooking, homely at home stuff, you know, home life stuff. And I wouldn't enjoy only doing that. I like to have a balance. So that would be a to being 100% reliant on being a YouTuber full time. So there we go. Those are my thoughts on that. Bit of a digression. I'm going to make my coffee and I'm going to go shut myself in the cellar for half an hour, and I'll come and chat to you when I've done that. Right, I wasn't going to film down here, but I just have to tell you something ridiculous. See that tissue box there? I bought in Tesco last night a new box of tissues because I needed to blow my nose yesterday during my practice, and I looked everywhere, even there, for a box of tissues, and to my great astonishment, I could not find one. And I thought, oh, that's funny. Isabel must have used the last one and put the box in the recycling. It's right there. What is the matter with me? I tell you what, I mean, this will get used. It's absolutely fine, but that's still half full. I don't know, honestly, what's the matter with my eye and brain connection? Okay, I finished. Time to put away. Time to get my folders. I really need to digitize all the music for this band and just put it on my iPad, because I'm carrying 3 folders to all my gigs. Just on the off chance I might need to remind myself how something goes or how something starts. So it's not like I'm reading it. It would be much more sensible to scan it all in, or take a photograph with the camera on the iPad or whatever, and just have it all in a file. But there we go, I keep not getting around to it. We can't do everything, can we? If you haven't done something, it's because you were doing something else. Doesn't mean you're a failure. We've just got to prioritise, haven't we? Right, so they're going in my bag. Put them next to the tissues, all the things to come up. I'll have to do it in a couple of trips, I think, because I've got coffee left as well. This is how slowly I drink my coffee. I've been playing for half an hour. Folders, the said 3 folders that I look at the first couple of bars very occasionally. If it's something we haven't played for a while, I'm like, oh yeah, it's that one, and then I'm good to go. I just need to scan them in. Turn my lovely little lamp off. Grab that. Right, let's go. That's a look. That would make a good thumbnail. I'm not sure what video it would make a good thumbnail for, though. I look like a, I don't know, a wispy banshee creature. I'm just getting distracted, scheduling my video for next Tuesday. It takes the pressure off me then. See, 17:30, 26 August, done. I'll just go back and quickly double check because I don't trust myself. You know what I'm like. Where was it? Scheduled 26. 26, that's definitely Tuesday, isn't it? Yes, it is. Good. It's peace of mind for me then. It takes the pressure off because I've got busy few days ahead. So yeah, it works. It really helps to schedule a little bit ahead of time. And I'm trying to bank up going ahead of time with my channel, because then when I have my holiday, I will not have to, hopefully, if all goes to plan, upload for a week, because it will have all been pre-scheduled. So you won't get any break to your uploads, but I'll be able to have a bit more of a holiday rather than having to get stuff scheduled every evening while we're away. That's not for quite some time yet. I've got an app on my phone though, a widget, says how many days left. I look at it every day. I'm such a saddo, but it makes me happy. I better brush this hair. And I haven't done my desky things yet. I just thought, oh, I fancy doing that hair drying thing now. Yeah. Anyway, right. I'll see you when I've done some work. Some time has passed. Oh, what's this gimbal doing? Time has passed now, and I've sent a couple of messages, an email and a message, and that's as far as I got really. Sorted my footage out from today. Anyway, I am ready, and somebody requested recently that I show my outfits. Well, this is what I am wearing today. Old Doc Martens, got from a charity shop when I was about 19 years old. Still got them. Tights by Asda. Now one leg longer than the other, but it evens out once you squeeze into them. Dress, can't remember where I got this one, but I bet I vlogged it. Some of you might even remember. Primark cardi, and I am chucking a nice warm one in the bag as well. But although that said, I think we've got a DJ coming on after us, which generally means we don't play till the end of the night, so we might be finished by 10 or even earlier, you never know. Let's see, as the evening unfolds, we will find out. Right now, I am steeping a tea bag. Yes, thank you very much, camera, for just adjusting the colour mid-shot. Are you ready yet, Mr. Teabag? Oh, you're not, because guess who forgot to put the actual water on? Because they were busy filming and messing around with cameras. That will be me. Here's our yummy pizza that we got given on arrival. For this one, we were sat just underneath the roof of a marquee, and the dancers were dancing outside on the grass.
We're not finished yet, because you're going to do what we call a balance step. Now, there's lots of different types of balance step. This one is called a kick balance, and it goes kick to the right, kick to the left, kick to the right.
Well, we weren't supposed to be having a break. Yeah, I was going to say, I wondered where you were, yeah. They're having a little tractor riding break. Spontaneous by the look of it, yeah. Yeah, sorry, I was just chatting to the DJs there. So we were supposed to tell them if they could take over. But unexpectedly, we were just about to start calling another dance. And not all the guests, but a lot of the guests got on a tractor trailer and they're driving around the field right now.
In the very first
ride
dance,
over.
Second dance.
I'm back. Look, the portrait is finished. I've just been chatting to her up in her room. She's got fed up with doing all the leaves, so she's decided to do a plain background instead. So it was a bit of a shock. I got used to seeing it with all the leaves gradually over the last weeks as it's gradually been coming together. That's a result of many hours of work, I can tell you. Anyway, it looks like it's finished. So I've just got in. It's just gone 11, hasn't it? Yes, just gone 11. Yeah, the gig went well. We played just inside a teepee thingy, the great big tent thing, facing the open air, and they danced on the lawn in front of us, and they thoroughly enjoyed it. And we did about 2.5 hours with a little break where they randomly had a tractor ride. So I didn't film very much because it was private property, so I kept my filming pretty minimal, as you might have seen. We had pizza right at the beginning. It was very nice, but I kind of rushed it a bit because we were needing to set up. Other than that, yeah, all good really. Got another gig tomorrow. It's an hour and 20 minutes drive each way tomorrow, or at least that's what we're allowing. It might be a little less, so less of a commute tomorrow. That's in Wales. Anyway, I'm pretty tired as per usual, so I'm going to sign off for the evening, but thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Good night.